teacher tried to insult me in a foreign language, not knowing that I am fluent. I was born in Maryland, but my parents both came from South America when they were fairly young. At home, my parents would speak Spanish to us every day. My dad would watch a variety of sports, yelling in Spanish when his team struggled. My mom would tell us about how my abuela would make some amazing dishes in Uruguay. I have been confused as an Italian because of my curly brown hair, light skin, and blue eyes that came from my mother's side. So to my teacher, I was clearly a dumb American, and she had an opportunity to say it to my face and not get caught. Mrs. Guerra glanced through my test near the end of class. This is basic equations, John. We've done these exact problems in class. What happened? I shrugged. I don't know. I thought I understood it, but when I saw the questions, I just froze. She sighs, muttering in Spanish under her breath as she flips through his paper. Dios mío, este chico tiene el cerebro del tamaño de un chícharo. My God, this boy has a brain the size of a pea. ¿Cómo no se le cae la cabeza de lo vacía que está? How does his head not fall off from being so empty? I looked down as she continued through the test, becoming more upset with each problem. She seemed fully unaware that I could understand her insults. Ni aunque le diera las respuestas en neón las acertaría. Even if I gave him the answers in neon lights, he still wouldn't get them right. Es como enseñarle matemáticas a una piedra. No, peor. Al menos la piedra no entrega basura como esta. It's like teaching math to a rock. No, worse. At least a rock doesn't hand in garbage like this. Eventually she had enough, slapping the test down on her desk and looked up at me. You're staying after class tomorrow. No arguments. We're going over this line by line, and I don't care how long it takes. I looked down, defeated from her barrage of insults. Okay, I'll stay. As I started to turn away, I heard her mutter one final insult. ¿Qué castigo me ha mandado Dios con este niño? What punishment God has sent me with this boy? When I got home, my sister was the first to notice my sad expression. ¿Qué pasó, hermano? My younger sister had ended up with the opposite appearance to me. Thinner with tan skin, black hair, and brown eyes. My teacher kept insulting me in Spanish. I told her. What did she say? She asked. She kept calling me an idiot for messing up on the test. Can a teacher even speak like that to a student? I looked up at my sister as she had her idea. You should record her insults. I looked at her. That's a great idea. I began to plan my revenge. For this to work, I'd need a lot of evidence. The next day, class started as usual until she got to me. You were staying after class today, right? Yes, ma'am. I responded. Good. I'll see you after class. When class ended, I quickly turned my phone on to record and hid it in my table. Now that we were alone, she really let it all out. All right, now start with the first one. I didn't look up trying to look like I was pushing myself. I think I'm getting it. She looked over my work and circled my wrong answers aggressively. You subtracted instead of multiplying. Again, then in Spanish. ¿Qué le pasa? ¿Se golpeó la cabeza de bebé? What's wrong with him? Did he hit his head as a baby? I forced a small laugh. Sorry, I panic sometimes. Mrs. Guerra crossed her arms and looked me over like I was a broken appliance. Un mueble aprende más rápido que tú. A piece of furniture learns faster than you. I glanced at my phone like I was checking the time. 75% and still recording. I looked up and kept my voice calm. Mrs. Guerra? She raised an eyebrow. Yes? Can we go over number 2 again? I asked. I really want to get it right. She rolled her eyes. Sure. A ver si el milagro occur. Let's see if a miracle happens. A few hours later, we had finished going over the test, and she finally let me go home. The following day, I spoke with the principal and told him about how she treated me. He assured me that he would take this accusation seriously and look into the matter. Later that day, I heard my name be called into the office. I knew it was time to let him see everything. When I entered the room, the principal and my teacher had been having a serious discussion. She spoke first. I'm not sure why I'm even here. Don't you know how much time I need to prepare for my classes? The principal spoke to her in a serious tone. Mrs. Guerra, while I understand that fact very much, John here has brought forth some serious allegations against you. I have spoken with a few teachers and students, and all of them say you tend to be a bit aggressive. Mrs. Guerra replied, yeah, I make sure the information stays in their head. What's wrong with a little push for knowledge? Remembering what my sister told me, I finally spoke up. It's one thing to teach aggressively, but it's wrong to insult us. Mrs. Guerra smirked. My dear boy, whatever could you mean? Sure, I pushed hard, but I never insulted you. With that, I pulled out my phone. I recorded it. Her smirk dropped for a moment. As the audio played, my principal looked at Mrs. Guerra and spoke sternly. That does sound insulting. He then turned to me. What did she say? Color drained from her face as I translated each insult perfectly. Wait, you speak Spanish? I didn't think you... it wasn't. Suddenly it hit Mrs. Guerra. She had said some horrible things, thinking no one would be the wiser. Mrs. Guerra turned to the principal. No, you don't understand. That wasn't about him. It was more general. The principal stared daggers at Mrs. Guerra. Even if that was true, and it clearly isn't, that sort of behavior isn't tolerated at this school. She turned back to me. Oh my God, John, I am so sorry. The principal stopped her saying, I'm going to need you to pack your things. You're done here. She started to sob as the principal let me return to lunch. Near the end of lunch, another student ran from table to table saying that they saw Mrs. Guerra leaving school early with a big box. Only I knew the truth, and it was cemented when she didn't show up the next day.